All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Guys, today we are up $1,343.03. A pretty decent day. It could have been a little bit better, but things were tricky out there. We're grateful for the green. We got in, we got out, we did what we were supposed to do, and we locked in the gains. So, we're going to talk about how I found the stocks I traded today. We're going to talk about some of the patterns and setups that I was looking for and how I was looking to manage risk on those trades. Before we get into that, remember, day trading, like any other business here in the United States of America, is risky. If you're watching on every day, you'll see the disclaimer every day. I gotta let the people know that, this is not just something you show up and you get rich overnight. Because some people, unfortunately, they do think that way. It's not the right mindset. Trading takes time, takes months, more commonly years. All right. So if you're new, even if you've been around, you're quite not where you need to be. Utilize small share size, utilize the trading simulators out there, paper trading, practice, build experience, become competent before you use a lot of share size and put a lot of risk out there. Keep your capital low, protect yourself as you learn. Remember, the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. Copy trading is a recipe for disaster. Lastly, remember that I do not invest money for my subscribers, so be careful with impersonators and fake accounts pretending to be me. I will never ask you for money or personal information, and I will never message you first. So keep that in mind, all right? Now, let's move into the technicals here. The technicals, flu season's going around. I don't know what's going on, but whatever this is, I'll shake it. Some tangerine, some oranges, some lime. Can't go wrong. Anyhow, how did I find the stocks that I traded today? Stocks JFBR, right? Ticker symbol SIDU, ticker symbol MINM, and lastly, ticker symbol OMGA. So Omega Therapeutics, and let's see, Sidus Space Inc., right? And so, guys, for me, I have no idea the names of these companies, right? What they do, what services they offer. For how I trade and how I look at technical analysis, it's not even relevant. It doesn't matter at all. So, yeah, anyhow, let's come on down here and let's open up the Momo Pro scan. So when I start the date 9:15 a.m. every morning, this is all I do. Come on down to the discovery section at Momo Pro, and I'm filtering for stocks in percentage order from highest to least going down. And you can see MINM on top of the list, up 116%, 48 million shares of volume. Float is on the lighter side, high relative volume, right? OMGA is also up here, right? Again, Omega Therapeutics. SIDU might have sold off a little bit, but yeah, it's not at the top of the list, but earlier it did make a move as well. Yeah, so this is how I found the stocks, right? Not a lot of work here, just a matter of showing up. And you don't even really need a personalized filter. The no filter, especially in pre-market, filters very well because not a lot of stocks are up as of yet, right? So that's what I use at the open. But you can see the stocks that we look for with high volume, they're still here too. So you can filter for higher volume, stuff like that. Maybe if your preference for price range, right? So you guys can check out Momo Pro, code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. Relentless Traders got you. So next, Relentless, the patterns, the technicals. You traded MINM, and also, let's see here. Let's come over a little bit. MINM, what patterns were you looking for? Okay, we know that you don't trade pre-market, which is this gray area. So after this gray area at 9:30, you started trading. What were you looking for? Well, initially I wanted to see a break of the pre-market high, which was at 564, which is this line cutting across right here. And initially we were a little weak. So I was being patient. We came down. I took a few trades within this candle for price action stuff, but not much there, scratch trades. And then I started watching, hey, are we going to get the 1 minute candle here to make the new high? So we had a high of 533 and then a high of 519. And I wanted to see this candlestick over here open up and rip over 519. So if it did, it would have looked something like this right here. So let's pull this up. Let's pull up my drawing tool here. We would have had something like this, right? If this was strong, we could have had a nice big green candle here, ripping up, and maybe going all the way up there to like 550. That didn't happen. So immediately I had to, adjust. And what that meant was, hey, I needed to be patient because at this point I'm not seeing anything that I really love. And being that we started off a little weaker, I was a little bit more skeptical of buying the VWAP pullback entry, which did happen to work out here with a low of 477. This hasn't been a trade that I've been taking a ton, but it's been working fairly well. And maybe I did actually. Let's see. I can't remember. Did I take anywhere around 80? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did not. But yeah. So moving on. We didn't get the setup there, but we got the setup on another stock, right? And that was, let's see, was it OMGA? Yes, I think it was OMGA. So note that OMGA broke out. So this is the same setup that I was just looking at on the other one, which is, hey, okay, we started off a little weak with a red candle, but can the 1 minute candle make the new high? Can we make a new high? Can we get a new high right here in this area, right there, nowhere else? So this is another pattern that I'm looking for. I want to be in right here, right on this candle right here. And I want to have a tight stop. And hey, can we sell higher? So how does it look in the moment when I'm trading the candle, right? That's a big question. So when I'm buying an area like this, I'm looking for something which is the breakout or bailout, right? We need to be in, and if the stock is not going immediately, I want to be out. And we had a high of 24, over 24, 26 for a high day. If I'm in, let's say 22, 23, 24, right in that area, and this thing is not going, worst case, I want to be out right at 20. If I can, I want to be out sideways without losing anything if we're not going to continuously push higher. On the other hand, if we do start to push higher, I'm watching at level 2, I'm watching at the tape, and I want to see how the buying is coming in, because we can see where people are buying, right? We can see where people, so there's the bid, there's the ask, and there's also orders that are coming in real time in terms of, on the market, right? So there's a flow with the tape. We have buyers and sellers in level 2. So if I see a lot of people, putting out orders, hey, the stock is currently at 24, but I don't mind buying 23, 22. And I also see on the sell side that people are selling a small amount, let's say 25, 26, 27, and also at the market, a lot of people are buying, then that is a good indicator that the stock will keep going higher. So boom, I'm in. And then we push all the way to 550. I was expecting 10 cents. Hey, can I be in at 25 or 24, out at 34, 35? And if it goes against me, I want to be out sideways or for a very small loss, less than 5 cents. Because if I'm looking to make 10 cents or more, I don't really want to lose 5 cents or higher, right? That gives us a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1 ratio, right? Can I make 40 cents and the risk only be 10 cents? Then that's a great risk to reward, right? So, in fact, it didn't really just go to 550. It got all the way up here to $6 really. But this is the first entry, right? And then it pushes. Relentless. How can you buy back again when the stock just keeps going up? Well, right here, this is what we call a baby pullback. The baby pullback is when we get a drop without there being a red candle, right? So look at this. From 550, the low here was 541. So there's a drop in here. And again, utilizing the level 2, I can see this information, make a decision. It's also dropping where? Into VWAP. And so that's double support there for what I'm looking for. Boom, I'm in again. And this time we go all the way to 70. And then this is where we actually get our first actual pullback. So we drop right here, to the VWAP again at 45, and then we rip to a high of 74. You guys will realize that every day it's like almost it's not the same, it's similar. The concepts are similar, right? Sometimes it's slightly different, the symbol, the stock, the price action, but it's like if you can be disciplined, it is here. It is here for the taking. It is here for the taking. It's here for the taking. You know, sometimes I wonder if this will last forever. I don't know. It's a business. It can go away tomorrow. I don't know. But best believe until anything, because there's there's regulation on the like the government level when it comes to like the SEC, you know, FINRA. There's like laws, right? And then there's the brokers and how as companies, private companies, they decide to handle business. Like they can say, hey, we're not allowing day trading tomorrow. You know, like brokers can do anything at this point. So, you know, as long as this is here, I'll be here. That's all I will say. I'll be here. As long as this is here, I'll be here. Even if there's a change, but and we realize we can still do well with a major change, then we'll adjust. But you know, if this is here forever, man, I mean the market, I don't think the market is going anywhere, but you know, it comes down again to those serious rules and laws that can change. But if this is here till you know our old age, my oh my goodness, it's gonna be very fruitful. So I urge you guys who are here now to take advantage of this opportunity, right? And you can start doing that by signing up for the classes, right? Shameless plug. Because whilst I'm giving out some information here in a YouTube recap, I can't give out everything I possibly know in this 10-15 minute video. But I do give out everything I know in the classes here, which is a very fair price, $50 a month for the 1 year subscription, right? You get everything from zero to advanced, all the chapters, going over every single thing I know. And so if you are interested in learning the strategy and you want all the information in one place, organized in a progressive manner, save yourself the hassle of scavenging the internet, right? Join the Relentless trading community, join Merciless Markets, and you know, start your education today. Right? The markets are merciless, right? If we're not disciplined, we'll be eaten alive. All right. So if you do decide to join the classes, right? Quick ad right here, but the ad is going to be over soon. If you do decide to join the classes, you will have access to our chat room. You'll have access to one-on-one mentorships as many times as you would like. Imagine that. Not a lot of people would do stuff like this. Just saying, right? There's weekly Q&As every Sunday. There's a Q&A as long as it's not a major holiday, right? There's a Q&A. You get my archives, which is my live recording. Hey, Relentless, what is your live recording? You already live stream to YouTube. Well, whilst I live stream to YouTube, I don't show all my instruments. This is what my live recording really looks like, right? This shows you the level 2 in time and sales, which I really utilize a lot as I'm trading, right? So not only do you get me as a mentor, you get Marcelo and Tim, right? This is Marcelo right here, another six-figure trader who's made $400,000 at the end of last year, right? And you also get Tim, if you guys scroll down actually, right? If you scroll down, you get Tim as well, right? So Tim is a another six-figure trader, right? You guys can check out Tim as well on YouTube. So yeah, you know, join the Gold program today, gain access to everything, and start learning ASAP. Because at the end of the day, you know, we're only here for a limited time, and we got to make the best of the opportunities. So these are some of the setups that I was trading, and I'm always looking to manage risk in that same exact way. Now, the only time I look to manage risk differently is if I'm taking the 5 minute pullback. So there's an edge pattern that we look for called the 5 minute pullback, right? It involves me buying low and holding for an extended period of time with a stop in place. So it's not necessarily breakout or bailout, right? Let me see if I can look for the pattern here on the chart. Yeah, and this is a decent one over here. So Okay, we're flagging on the 5 minute and we pull back into the VWAP area over here, right? Right here. We pull back into the VWAP area. In some situations, I'll be buying down here and I'm not going to be looking to get out of the trade quickly. I'm going to say, hey, we have a low right now, 46. I'm willing to hold this thing all the way down to 30 because I believe there's a chance we can go back up maybe to $6. So if I'm in, let's say 50, I'll be risking 20 cents, right? Let's say I'm in 1,000 shares. I'll be risking $200 for the chance for this thing to curl back up to 6, which is 50 cents difference, right? And I'd be looking to make $500. So there's my 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It's in there, right? And that's one of the situations where, or one of the only situations where I'll be in a trade holding longer, holding to a place where I think support is no longer holding and looking for a move back up. Other than that, I'm in, out, in, out. It needs to be going where I expect it should be going, or I'm back out. Flat trades, scratch trades. If I have a big loss, it's because I'm in somewhere where it's a good chance. And look at this, right? So, and this is a good example here. So we'll have a false breakout, right? Look at how the stock performed right here in this sweet move versus how it performed once and twice over here. This is what we call our rejection. It's a false breakout. It's right back down very quickly. So if I'm not quick to sell sometimes, and I mean like milliseconds, I could take a bigger loss. That's part of the strategy. But the goal is to even if I'm in high and out low and I lose, the goal is to cut the trade and not get frustrated. Because if you do, before you know it, you get emotional and you're holding it long, it sells off all the way here, and then you're really down a lot. Right? We can sustain losses like this, no problem, especially if we're using decent share size. A fair share size and we're not like, sizing up a million shares, right? So the risk is well defined. We show up every day, we look for the opportunities, we're patient, we're disciplined, and we can take a little something out of the market. And that's the goal. These small gains over time throughout the days can add up, right? And so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Quick recap here. Hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're a new viewer. Check out the classes. If you're already an experienced trader and you don't care about the classes, you can check out the Discord, which is our chat room. We now have over 6,000 members. Insane. And yeah, this is where we hang out every day. This is where we chop it up, we talk, we trade. Um, Coming down, right? We have the profit loss section. So if you want to see how the community is doing as a whole, like, hey, how are the traders in this chat room doing? Are they doing all right today? Did they struggle today? Was it a good day? Let's see. Is this today? Today. So we have to keep going. There's a lot of people, right? So there's a lot of like posting. Okay, I guess we can start right here. But yeah, locking in right here, 350, 400. Danny, all the orange names are students, right? So, nice here, so nice there. We're looking pretty decent, right? A little choppy, but right back up. Nicely done. Ending green, crispy here. Marcelo, the other mentor, small green. Having some internet issues today, I believe. So not bad. Am I in frame here? Okay, no, I'm not. My professor in high school used to say, putting your head on the desk is a sign of weakness. So despite having this headache, you gotta stand up with good posture here and be firm. Be firm. Max loss, Beam, max loss. So I'm gonna have to check in with Beam here. I'm gonna have to check in with Beam. In fact, I'm gonna do that right after this recap, just to see if he's doing all right, make sure everything is good mentally. But this is what I love to see is the transparency, right? It's that we're not gonna hide our red days, and I'm of course the fearless leader here, leading the way, right? Whenever we're red, and we have to deal with it. There's no way to hide. There's nowhere to run. We have to be disciplined. We have to look forward to doing better in a similar situation, right? So not bad there. not bad here. Some people are using smaller size. There's some Wi-Fi talks again. I think some people had Wi-Fi issues today. Right, decent here. Some P&Ls, I'll see them like I skip over, but in my head I'm like saying it and I'm not saying it out loud. Small loss there. Tim, not bad at all, brother. Coming down, Mr. Man. I'm excited for Mr. Man to also go live over time. He's been doing extremely well in the sim, or her. Well, I'm guessing Mr. Man. It's gonna be a guy, right? Anthony in here also getting it done. Getting it done. Anthony getting it done, man. Way to go. Anthony also has people on this side of town, so whenever he comes around, we gotta check him out. Boone, small red, got caught in some flushes, and got caught by commissions as well. So if you're using commission-based broker, you got to be careful. MX trading. So we had a mix today. Some people green, some people red. It was a bit of a tricky day. For me, I was able to capitalize a little early, but yeah, it was a tricky day today. And NR, well, Jackson green here to end. Is there? Yeah, I think that's about it. BMAC as well. Nice day. Shout out to BMAC. Did he trade? Well, it doesn't. The stocks aren't here, but I'm guessing maybe ATXI for BMAC. But anyhow, that's gonna do it. Stay safe, stay green. It's been your favorite YouTuber, so hit that thumbs up on the way out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Bright and early again tomorrow at 9:15 a.m.